Meet Jackson. Just turned 18. First credit card in hand. Feels like free money, right? He's excited. This feels like the first step towards adulthood. He swipes the card for new clothes, fast food, video games, and online shopping. The thrill of spending is real. A low balance warning flashes on the screen, but he ignores it. After all, it's just a warning. A few months later, Jackson opens his bank statement. His heart sinks. Debt, $3,500. Interest, $800. The numbers don't make sense at first, but then reality sets in. He owes way more than he borrowed. That free money now has a price, and it's only growing. He panics. There's no way he can pay it off anytime soon. Fast forward a few years. Jackson, now in his mid-20s, struggles with bills, frustrated and drowning in debt. Every paycheck disappears before he even sees it. He's stuck in a cycle, working just to pay off past mistakes. This is what happens when no one teaches you how money works. Debt piles up, interest grows, and before you know it, you're trapped, working just to keep your head above water. But what if Jackson made different choices? What if he understood money from the start? Here's a question. Would you rather have $1 million right now at this very second, or a penny that doubles every day for a month? Most people go for the million, but watch this. Let's do the math. A penny doubling every day turns into over $10 million in just 30 days. That's the power of understanding money. And that's why financial literacy matters. It's not just about getting rich. It's about avoiding the traps that keep people poor. Let's look at another scenario. Two people, both 25 years old, earning the same salary. One small decision will change their futures forever. Meet Sam and Jordan. Sam makes a simple but life-changing choice. He invests just $200 a month into an S&P 500 ETF. Yep, you heard that right, just $200 a month. It doesn't seem like much at first, but over time, it adds up. By the time Sam reaches retirement, that small investment has grown into over $500,000, thanks to compound interest. He didn't need to be a stock market expert. He didn't stress over picking the right stocks. He just started early and stayed consistent. Jordan, on the other hand, doesn't invest. He tells himself that investing is too complicated or that he'll figure it out later. Instead, his money goes to impulse purchases, new sneakers, fast food, gaming subscriptions. He's living in the moment, and saving seems boring. Fast forward to age 65. Sam is financially secure, ready to retire stress-free. Jordan? He's realizing he'll need to work another 15 years just to stay afloat. The only difference between them? Financial literacy. You don't have to be rich to start investing. You just need to start. The earlier, the better, because the future version of you is counting on today's choices. Becoming financially literate is one of the easiest steps you can take to completely transform your future. But I know what you might be thinking. Why do I need to learn this now? I'm just a teen after all. Here's the truth. Starting early gives you an insane advantage. Imagine this. Two people start saving, one at 15, one at 30 years old. The person who started earlier could end up with way more money, even if they invest less over time. That's the power of starting right now. We'll dive deeper into this idea, known as compound interest, in our next video, but trust me, it's a total game changer. And here's something even more important. Your most valuable asset isn't money, it's time. Yep, you already have something that countless people are dreaming of. Right now, you have time on your side, which means you can make small moves that lead to huge rewards later. So why not take that first step? Just by watching this video, you're already ahead of the game. Keep going, subscribe below, check out our upcoming videos, and give your future self the best gift possible, financial freedom. In the coming videos, we're going to cover some important topics that will help you take your first steps towards financial freedom. But before we dive too deep into any of those ideas, I want to talk about an often undervalued part of financial education, the history of money and its role in our world today. Money isn't just something that has always existed, although we commonly take it for granted. No, it's actually just an idea that was made up by humans for our convenience. What do I mean by this? Well, let me take you way back. Years ago. Back then, humans were nomads, hunting and moving around just for food and resources. But somewhere along the way, we realized that we could trade things, goods and services, to make life easier. This is known as the system of bartering. As a matter of fact, transactions in our world today are still just trades at heart. Think about it. When you go to buy a hoodie at the store, you're really just trading money for those new clothes. But back then, trading was really simple. Kind of like what we see at school lunch tables. For example, let's say we are trading 10 logs of wood for 20 pounds of food. I would just give you the logs for the food. But why are we trading in the first place? It's because I need food and you need wood. In other words, for me, there is value in having food right now. And for you, there's value in having those logs right now. The important thing to realize here is that we can only trade because we both see value in what the other person has. As you might have already noticed, there's a bit of a problem with this system. When one person doesn't see value in what the other person has, we won't be able to have a transaction. If you didn't see any use in getting my wood logs, we wouldn't be able to trade, and I wouldn't be able to get the food I needed either. But by having something more neutral and universal for a buyer to give a seller, we can almost always trade. This is where we begin to see the important role that money plays in our world today. Money has value to everyone because we all understand that we can use it to buy things that we need. If I gave you a couple dollars for some rice right now, you would take the deal because you know that you could later use that money for something that you want. In more official terms, money is a medium of exchange, which is anything that is widely acceptable in exchange for goods and services. Basically, it's something that the buyer gives the seller to get what they need, and it's the tool that enables such deals. Of course, currency is the most common medium of exchange. Money is also a unit of account. You can think of money as a yardstick or a ruler, but for measuring value rather than distances. If you were shopping for a new phone, let's say, the price could be in terms of t-shirts, bicycles, or water bottles. So the phone you're looking to buy could cost 100 water bottles. But it would be most simple if the price was set in terms of money, because it's a common measure of value across the economy. Lastly, money is also a store of value. If I work today and get $50, I can hold on to that money before spending it because it will keep its value until next week, next month, even next year. Money is a more efficient store of value than other items like corn, which might rot. Even though it's an efficient store of value, money is not a perfect store of value. This is due to inflation, which you'll get to learn all about in our next video. But before we end today, I want you to imagine your dream life. A life where you don't need to stress out about money or paying the bills. A life where you can chase your dreams and goals. Whether you want to be a doctor, actor, musician, entrepreneur, or anything else, being financially literate will set you up for life. On the flip side, not being financially knowledgeable enough adds onto the risks and burdens of your future self. But these are risks that you don't need to take. Just a tiny bit of effort and learning will take you from base camp to your financial peak. The truth is, money isn't about greed or power. Financial education can and is being used for good, creating a world where we can all lead fulfilling lives together. So let's take our first steps. Just by clicking that subscribe button, you'll be getting our soon-to-come videos for this series. These videos are gonna cover some really important topics, like the basics of personal finance, loans, budgeting, and even investing. And if you're looking for some other ways to explore finance and investing, check this video's description below and see all of the resources we're offering here at Everest. In addition to this series, we have a weekly newsletter that keeps you up to date with the world of finance. The best part? It's completely free, so go click that link. It'll only take 1 second of your day. But until next time, keep learning and take the first steps towards reaching your financial Everest.